Hello? Oh, wait. Hello, this is BARBIE, and you're watching a manic episode. Bump, 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 bump. Oh, oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. It's been a while since I've been behind the camera. I usually record these types of videos on my phone to look back on like years later, but hey, I look cute tonight. I had a sad day thinking about the past, talking about the past, and it's like, oh my god. You know what I mean? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And it's like, I don't know. I could be dealing with more important things, like being cute, like being, like having, you know, I love the quality. My ADHD is going to be showing, honestly. I love the quality of this video because we're not meant to be perceived through. Don't say anything about the cut. Don't say anything about the cut. I see you judging. We're not meant to be perceived through a 4D camera that has every single little detail of every single little follicle. You know what I mean? We need to be on a 360p video where you could barely see how bad my makeup is. And that's how things should be. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be worried about how I look. I'm just going to go on here fat, titties out, gaggy. And, you're going to get your life in this 360p, 240p audio, period. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I got all dressed up and nowhere to go. Anyways, long story short, I had a drive. I was losing my mind. I was like, damn, bitch, I'm mad at the world. I'm listening to Resentment by Beyonce. I'm listening to SZA. I'm losing my marbles. But guess what? It was nice and sunny. It was windy outside. It felt good to be outside. And I said, you know what? I may be close to a crash out. I may be close to a meltdown because of work, because of everything just piling up on me, and just the state of the dating world, and the state of strange friendships, and the state of this bang that won't bang for me. You know what I mean? The state of everything in this world is just falling apart, like everything that's happening in America, and apparently other countries are being warned to not come to America because our 47th is unhinged, talking about running a third term. Did y'all hear about that? No, you didn't, because the world is falling apart and you're focused on surviving every single day. Every single day is a day to survive. Every single day is a day to survive. And it shouldn't be like that. And it shouldn't be like that. It should never be like that. So, I told myself, let's get dressed, bitch. Let's go chop a wig. It's been a while since you styled a wig, bitch. You used to be a wig stylist. People used to come to me for advice on how to cut a cute synthetic wig and make it give Humiana. You know what I mean? That was when I was in my grandmother era, where it was like Girl, I'm beyond being your mother. Like, I'm beyond being mother. Like, it's giving grandmother. It's giving I birthed the girl that birthed you. You know what I mean? And I didn't know my power then. I really didn't know my power then. I was just, I felt like I was a shadow to people. I felt like I didn't matter, and that was just, that was the thoughts winning. Literally, that was the bipolar winning. It was like, girl, but also, was it the bipolar winning? Or is it just people just, people are just strange in California? Maybe people just, I don't know, are social climbers in California. And so if you don't have X amount of followers and if you don't have X amount of connections in the city, then it's like, bitch, you're not going to exist on my gram. You're not going to exist in my friend group when I post online. You're not going to be a part of that because I don't benefit from you. And it's very nerve wracking. It really just like really attacks how you feel about yourself. It'll really just kind of like throw you off your groove. It'll really just kind of like ruin your fucking day, your life. And you will just be riddled with like so much insecurities. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be thinking, when I was younger, I was about, maybe it's something about being neurodivergent. Because like when I was younger, like I was very much loved. It was giving very much the Beyonce of the children. It was giving very much Beyonce. And I had a few haters here and there because I was dating the cutest. Well, I wasn't really dating, but like the boyfriends that I did have was. Did you know I have a butterfly necklace? And it's a necklace that my first ever boyfriend gave me. And we met when we were like 9 or 10. And I remember my dad found out. And like, he got so mad. He was like, okay, actually, he didn't find out. He wasn't gonna find out. Like, we only dated for 2 days. You know what I mean? Hold on. You're hustlers. Do you like my fox totem? In a past life, I was some kind of fox, or maybe my name was like Fox. I was a very native child. You know, on my dad's side of the family, they actually lived like on a reservation, like real life Native Americans. So I might have been like a fox person. And I got this. My mom got this from Hawaii for me. I had on a cute little brown fit. I had shoes that matched this bag exactly. This is my sweater that I had on. And I be feeling insecure about my arms. Been feeling insecure about my arms, feeling insecure about my body, but like, that or not, my body is tea. I used to like not like my body. Girl, it's a whole thing. Anyways, what was I talking about? Right. This okay, so we were at a pool, right? Because it was this center in my city that they had during the summer where the kids can go to so the parents can like literally get a break away from us. But like it was like this little program and like we switched through things and like did you know that one of my dance teachers is one of the teachers for one of the people from Jabberwockies? Bet you didn't know that. They One of the girls she taught in our classroom and she was in the Jabberwockies. Period. That may not be true. My cousin told me that. But then also my cousin told everybody that I got shot in a CD store when I was there and everybody grieved me. I was a very popular child. And when I showed up, they were like, "We thought you were dead." My grandma was so mad. Why would you tell everybody that I got shot in a CD store? That's insane. Oh my god. Getting shot in a city store is crazy. I was probably looking at Alicia Keys tour like Mariah Carey. Anyways, so it was my first boyfriend. He was cute. Whatever, you know what I mean? He was cute. We had the same exact birthday. Born the same day, born the same year. Twins. Maybe one day he'll find me. Maybe. That would be cool. He probably doesn't even remember my name. I barely remember his name, but I do. I still have the gift that he gave me, the butterfly necklace that you might see me in my pictures. He gave me that necklace, and I kept it till this day. Even though my father was a hater, I kept it till this day, and that's my good luck bracelet. I consider that my attraction for love bracelet. Like if I want to go out into the community and I'm like, I think I want to find the love of my life today, I throw on that necklace. I have my little afro with the butterflies on it, and I have my rose quartz necklace, and it all comes together. And it all comes together. Well, anyways, so we kissed. That was my first kiss ever. It was at the pool. And immediately when we kissed each other, and it wasn't like again, like we're children, it was a peck. And I was like, ew. Like, you know what's crazy? I didn't even want to do it. He didn't even want to do it. Why? Because we're twin for real. We think the same. We're born on the same day, same year. We see each other, so we knew telepathically that we didn't want to do this. We were pressured. Everybody was like, kiss, 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 kiss. And I was like, oh my God, please. I don't want to do this. So we pecked each other on the lips, and I was like, ugh. But you're cute though, but I like you. But ugh. Do you know, before I dated him, I had my first ever experience with a white boy, and I liked him, and he asked me out. I was like, yeah, like I said, I was a very popular girl, and he asked me out, and I said yes, of course I want to date you, you're cute. And the next day at the pool, after the program was over, like they used to open the pool to the community, and he came to me and he said, I can't date you anymore. And I was like, why? He was like, because my mom said I can't date. Okay. Fuck you and your raggedy ass, trailer park ass mama. How about that? But that's not what I thought in the moment. I thought, oh my God, racism? And I never wanted to be with a with a white man again. I was like, oh, have it. I was traumatized. Have it. I'll never be with a white man again. I'm sorry. If a white man is my soulmate, I guess I'll just never be in love. I don't know what to tell you. It's not happening. Watch me pop out with a white man. That would be crazy. And don't gag me. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so we we got pressured to kiss, and we both didn't like it, but it was like, hey, yeah, we did it. That was my first kiss. That either same day or next day. Which, oh my God, we had so much fun. Like, we were dating for like 4 days, and this girl was clearly jealous of me. Clearly. And yeah, I was a very popular girl. I was gaggy. I was tea. I could dance. I could draw. I used to love to make those little bead. I want to make those little bead things again, where like you can make like the crocodiles or whatever little shapes you want to make. And they used to do that. I don't know if they still do that for kids these days, but like I would like to make another crocodile, because I used to make crocodiles like nothing. And you know, I was a talented child. Like I was a very extroverted. I was a very extroverted, 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 I child, as I was like, once I was like 10 and I was like out of my silence phase, and like obviously wanting to be, I don't want to say wanting to be seen, but I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to be me. And I like, it's like a coming of age for a child. Like, I was like, I want to talk. I want to have friends. I want to be creative. I see everyone as my friends. And so, like, you get a little popular, a little well known. And I wasn't a mean girl, popular girl. I was like I love everybody. Everyone is my friend because I'm lovable. Who wouldn't love me? And when you have that attitude, you attract good things because who wouldn't love me? But then that same mindset didn't translate well to high school because people are weird. Anyways, so me and my first boyfriend, he got me like some gifts. He was like, "Oh, like, this is our forever necklace." And I was like, "Oh my god, like, I love him so much. He's so cute." And I'm hanging with my friends. And the pool is closed for the day. Or I think it closed or something. Let me tell you something. He was supportive. Even though we was born on the same day, like, I was the one with more personality. He was actually the one that was more quiet. Girl, he supported me. I wasn't a savage, but like, when you watch the shows, like, whatever, the cartoons, the Disney, whatever it is, and and you see them, like, there's a certain scene where they're getting back at a boy or whatever. Anyways, this guy was a butthole, and he was mean to my friend. And I don't remember what I said to him. I don't know, I was just like, "You're a butthole and you suck." And I grabbed my drink and I poured it over his head. Oh my god, everybody was so gagged. And he was gagged. He was sitting there like, "Did she just pour his drink over me? And you better not get up and hurt me because my boyfriend's right here and he'll beat you up." He just got up and left and everybody clapped. They didn't clap, but they were like gagged. They were like, "Oh my god, like, Jay, oh my god." And I was like, "I know. Now let's get back to the pool." And I know he was turned on. I know he was like, "Oh my god, like, that's bae." Exactly. So anyways, he was a ride or die or whatever. So, like, we were in the bathroom away from home. My friends were there. And we were just, like, playing around, joking around. We got changed back into our normal clothes and everything. Like, we're joking around. We're kids. We're kids. He's like outside the bathroom. Then we're like, "Just come in, just come in." Like, we're joking around, being stupid, playing. And then I just hear my dad, "Kayla, Kayla." "Kayla, Kayla, where are you at?" "Daddy? Dad? Hello, Dad? Daddy?" And they were trying to hide him in the bathroom too. They're like, "Oh my god, your dad is outside. He's looking for you." It's like, why is he calling me like that? So I go out there. "Let's go. You're never coming back here again. Let's go." Whoa, what's happening? What's going on? And I was sad. I was like, and we got in the car. And he was like, "Why did they say you did this with some boy? You kissed this boy. You did this. You did that." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about? I didn't kiss no boy." No, the girl who was a hater, she added 10s and 20s on that. She was saying it was a lot. I was doing a lot. I was kissing him in the bathroom. That's a lie. First of all, why would you tell my dad that? My dad's a southern man. And one of them that's like fathers where it's a shotgun in hand waiting for you at the door. Why would you tell my dad that? I didn't even know. Like, he didn't believe me. I was like, what she specifically, I don't remember, but it was something crazy. I was like, that's not a lie. If you want me to say that I kissed him, I did. I wasn't going to tell my dad that. But all the other stuff that she said, I was like, that is not true. And he was like, I don't even want to talk to you right now. I don't even want to look at you. I was just like, bro, okay, chill. Like, what is your frustration? What is your frustration? What is your frustration? And we get home. He was like, I can't even look at you right now. Just talk to your mom. And then my mom sat down and she was like, what happened? They were so, she was like, what happened? What do I say? Because, like, he didn't already yelled at me and you're going to yell at me. And I don't want to get yelled at. So, what do you want from me? And she was like, did you kiss some boy? I was like, I did. He's my boyfriend. And I didn't do all whatever that girl said. That's a lie. And my mom was like, you can't have a boyfriend. You know, you have to wait until you're 16. And blah, blah, blah. And I was like, sure. Sure, Jan. Whatever you say. Can I go back so I can go see my boyfriend? She was like, you know, we're just going to keep you home for a few days, which was okay because that kiss made me feel sick. I got sick. I wonder if I don't think I had mono. I never went to the doctor about it, but like, I got sick after that kiss. I had got the cooties. The cooties are real. So, after a week, I come back. And everybody's like, oh my God, you're alive? You're, it's like, yeah, why wouldn't I be alive? Oh, because Denzel said you got shot in the CD store. You was looking for CDs. And some person walked up in there and shot you. And, was shooting up the store and you got shot. That's me looking at my cousin or my uncle. Even the staff was in. It wasn't just the kids. It was the staff at the center as well. Needless to say, my cousin got a whooping. When we talk about it now, he was like, I don't know, like, I just wanted attention. I was like, I don't know, like, maybe jealous of you because, like, everybody liked you, blah, blah, blah. And mind you, like, you with me, like, by the hip, like, if they like me, they like you, period. And if they don't like him, then I was ready to fight. I was like, he didn't want to come out as gay, but I already knew he was gay. And I was like, you better not say anything. Anytime anybody asked him, are you gay? Don't ask him that question. He's metrosexual. You know, he's around us girls. It's mostly girls. It's not a lot of boy cousins around. So he pick up on my behavior. You don't say nothing to him. Don't even breathe on him wrong. And they're like, oh my God, okay. Respect the LGBTQI. He was there with me. So why did you tell everybody that I got shot in the CD store? I never saw that boyfriend again. He's from another state. And apparently he moved back. I know. You know what's crazy? His name also started with a J. I'm keeping that necklace. I'm keeping that. What if we reconnect one day? I doubt it. What if he's not even alive? You know what? I'm about to be I'm about to be 30. He's probably already married, probably has like 3, 4 kids right now, in a healthy relationship with a white girl. He was so cute. That was my type. He set this up. He set the tone for my type. And you know what? I'll never settle for less than being spoiled. Cause I was acting crazy. I was popular. I was throwing drinks on people. It was giving Bad Girls Club, and and I'm gonna stick beside her, and I'm gonna stick beside her. And so to give me nothing, why would I want to settle for you? When I was with somebody who was watching me crash out on people and and I'm gonna stick beside her. And he was quiet. He was like, yeah, she does what she wants. Whatever she wants, she gets. Now here's this gift, boo. Maybe one day, if he ever sees this, we went to the Mosqueda Center. Remember? Like I was at the Mosqueda Center, but we used to meet at the pool. And your cousin, I forgot her name, but she was like white or Mexican or whatever. And then I had one friend that was connected through him, and she was like, oh yeah, he's blah, 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 but he moved. So sad. How did we get here? Oh yeah, so popularity. Yeah, so yeah, like when I was younger, yeah, girl, I was T. I was that girl, like, you know what I'm saying? And even as I got neurospicy, I've always been neurospicy though. Like my childhood is strange actually, and that's why perfection years are a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we all have our perfection years. So when I was in my 10th perfection year, again, that's connections, that's friendships, that's relationships. That might not be true. That might be the 11th perfection year. 12th perfection year is everything you know about your identity just crumbles. We're not going to talk about that era. But I went through a phase of being quiet. I went through a phase of like people being jealous of me because of the guys. I say guys, but there was one guy that I really liked, and somehow the guys that I like, certain girls liked as well. And I was like, are you trying to give competition? Because you're not going to win. And I remember when he hugged me and refused to hug other girls, and I was like, I became like Respucia at that point. Like when people try to have competition with me, and I was like, that's my man. So he don't know it yet. I was very abrasive. I was very abrasive. I remember there's this one guy. I like him. Like he's mine. I like him. That's my bae. And he was like, no, because he was probably racist. Probably didn't like black people. And I was like, I don't care because you know what it is. Christian, you know what it is. And you're mine, period. And you know that you're mine, but you just don't want to accept it. And that's okay. But I know what time it is. And I remember when I found out this one girl liked him, and I pulled her aside during, you can't call it recess anymore, like, I guess the break period, you know? And I was like, do you like Christian? And she was like, yeah, I like him, blah, blah. And I was like, well, unlike him. Because that's my man. And she was like, no, you guys aren't even dating. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. That's my man. Don't piss me off, bitch. And then I got over him. And I was like, that's okay because I got an imaginary husband and he's tall and he's cute and his name is Bump, Bump, Bump. And yeah. So that's okay. And then I got to the 6th grade, and then there's this guy that I liked who was a 5th grader, and like he was just so cute, and he had like this really cute curly hair, and he was just adorable, and like we used to always stare at each other. So I had a mutual friend of ours go ask him if he wanted to date me, and he said yeah. And I was like, period. That's my boyfriend. But we were so shy that we didn't even talk to each other. But when I did see him, I was in my sugar mama era. I gave him $1. I said, baby, go get you some chips. It was giving sugar mama. I was like, get you some chips, boo. You want $2? I asked my dad for $2. You can get yourself some chips. And a Starburst and like 7 other items because shit was cheap back then. And I remember I walked into a group of girls talking about me. There was like, he's too cute for her, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was a whole little meeting about me. And then when they turned around and see me, because I was going to my class. Mind you, these girls are like 7th graders, 8th graders. Talking about my 5th grader boyfriend. And I'm in the 6th grade. And they're like, they saw me, they turned around, they're like, oh, I'm just saying he's cute. At the end of the day, he's with me, not you. Ah! Stay mad! Have meetings. That's okay. Stay mad, have meetings. That's okay. Because at the end of the day, he's with me. So people got a little bit weirder in middle school, and I didn't really care what they thought. And then I got to high school, and they break your spirit. That's when people start really caring about how they're perceived. And me, I was just a little dork, still like a little middle schooler. I was like joking around. A lot of stuff that I was doing was actually harassment, and it's actually not funny, and I should have never done that. But like, there was certain stuff that I would do. Like, I liked, it was high school. There were so many cute boys. So many cute boys. And I loved them all. I had a little eye candy in every classroom. But there was one that I liked in particular. He was so cute. I thought he was so cute. And so this person happened to be mutuals with a childhood friend who I grew up in the neighborhood with. Like, we hung out all the time. I was like, hey, I like so-and-so. Can you see if he likes me? When they put it together at lunch, and I went over and I was so excited. They're like, oh, he said yes. Just come over, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, I'm like going over there. I'm like happy. And then it's a group there. And I think they thought it was a joke or some kind of prank or something. And they were just like, ew, he says no, he'd never date you, blah, blah, blah. And I sat there. Like, to people who I thought was my friend, because again, I was very popular. Like, who wouldn't like me? Everyone likes me. I'm friendly. Everyone likes me. that really caught me off guard. Um, I cried. Right there, I cried. And they sat there, like, their face just changed. Like, what did you expect? I cried. Well, like, what did you thought it was gonna be funny? You thought it was gonna be? I cried, and that's anti-blackness and racism. But I'll save that topic for another day. It's been 35 minutes, and I'm not finished. Kind of. There's a whole point to this. There is a whole point to this. So yeah, so that happened, and that humbled me. But I was still me and still excited about life. And then I discovered, actually, when I was in middle school, I was very much a Barbie. And my name was, take a guess, J Barbie. Well, my full name, Barbie. And my sister is also a J Barbie as well. So I loved Nicki. I was put on to Nicki, and so I was like, I'm the Nicki Minaj of this high school, period. And I remember I got my hair done, and like at the school, they didn't allow you to dye your hair like crazy colors because it was a distraction to the environment. So I had to get the Nicki Minaj bangs look, and underneath was like, instead of pink, it was blonde. And so like I would edit on, like, what is it, Pick Crew? I think it's Pick Crew, where I would like change the color to like pink to give Nikki. I even printed out her necklace, which I have the Pink Friday necklace now, but I printed out the Pink Friday necklace, DIY'd it, put it around my neck, had the glass. I like took really like close pictures to try to be her. And so people were taking pictures with me. Were they making fun of me? Probably. But I was like, I'm Nicki Minaj. Can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get that margarita on a rock? Can I get salt around that tray? Always like your tray. Do you think you can buy me a bottle of rosé? Okay, let's get in it. Yeah. All I do is win. Ain't that the reason that you really mad? Undisputed Helen all the way from California. I ain't mad, ma. I see you on your bummy swag. I'm in that money green jet. Lot of money bet. I told you the best, but I'm the bestest. Better run for cover if your name is on my checklist. You can talk slick all the way down to the welfare. Ask the IRS, bitch, I'm paying for your health care. It's J Barbie. It gave Barbie before Nicki. No, it gave Barbie before I knew of Nicki. Before my cousin was like, have you heard of this? And I seen her Massive Attack video. And like, hello, it's a black Barbie who is a rapper. I've never seen a female rapper besides Remy Ma, really. And then I only knew one song by Kim. And when I seen her and I had the Barbie aesthetic and she had the Barbie aesthetic, I love her. Tum tum like an up hotter than a Pakistan. Click, click, click. Young Nick, the atomic bomb. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, please. Immediately love. So yes, I was the Nicki Minaj of my high school. And so, and even my teacher, when I would get the hair done, my teacher called me Nicki Minaj. I'm glad that you know. Mr. Nezalis. Mr. Nezalis, I'm glad you know. And he sure did call me Nicki Minaj. Yeah. Yeah. This is making me realize how uneven my little jellyfish cut is. That's what it's giving us, a little jellyfish. You see this, the little head part, the little hat, and then this is what I swim with, my little jellyfish. When I showed my friends the cut first, I know they didn't understand the vision. They didn't even respond back in the group chat. I was like, hear me out. But with the makeup put together with it, also, you see, like now that I'm up close, you can see that it's giving cheetah. Cheetah vibes. Brazil. Pavalo, 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 pa. Eu menino. He lo passo. He, oh, You see that? I messed up on this side. Embarrassing. But this side came out really good. I just used eyeshadow. I didn't use eyeliner. Because if I messed up, I would have cried. This was like a first try. And it looks cute. Also, I have different eyelashes on. They're a lot longer. They're different. Trying to figure out what eyelashes work for my face. And so far, nearly all of them. I guess because I have, it's not almond eyes, but I think it is almond eyes. But anyways, I was the Nicki Minaj. And then I moved schools, and I moved to a white school, and I don't know, like when you're in an environment where mostly the people there are white and wearing Hollister and Uggs and skinny is the priority, I developed an eating disorder. I was very insecure. I didn't want to be popular. And my little personality took a deep nosedive. I wasn't as vivacious as I was, and that carried me for a while. And then I was amongst people who only cared about their appearance, and in California, high school just kind of set the tone for adulthood, which is everybody's social climbing. Everyone's trying to get a one up. Everybody wants to be popular. The city is small. The city is schmedium. Like, somebody knows somebody. At some point, my mom knew your dad, even though we never met each other. We can meet each other once, date one time, and they're like, oh, your dad went to Washington Union? Yeah, my mom went to Washington Union. Oh, yeah, I guess they dated. How? That's because the city is schmedium. Every house, oh my God, I hope you didn't see that. Every house party gets shut up. It's a schmedium community. It's just schmedium community. And there's some people who want to be popular. And, it just wasn't for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be a popular girl. I really could. And I tried. And I was insecure. I was insecure trying to keep up with the Kardashians when I should have never been keeping up. I should have been moving to the beat of my own drum. That's why I had a mental breakdown and disappeared for years. And I went where I was loved. Or I went where I was seen. I went where I was seen. And then I went where I was loved, which is with me. And girl, even if nobody ever looks at this fucking video, even if because again, I'm just a yapper. I'll yap your ear off if you let me. And so, yeah, I had a bad day. Now my day is great. And I look so cute. And my body's tea. And I can be popular, I cannot be popular, but guess what? I entertain myself. And as long as I know that I'm that girl, that's all that matters. Anyways, I feel like I got my full my full worth in with this makeup, forcing you to listen to me for 44 minutes and 21 seconds. So, I think that's it. And you are now watching Disney Channel. Bump, 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 bump. Pow.